Going live. And we are live. Okay, as always, first of all, welcome everyone who's watching. Super glad to have you here. Let's just do a quick sound check if you guys can hear all of us. If you guys want to say something, just to verify that we are all loud and clear. I will just check on my phone real quick and then we can see what everyone is saying.
Hey, what's up? How are you doing? Can you hear me? 1, 2, 3, 4, test.
I don't know. How's your lag? Is it super low? You're gonna have to wait for half a minute.
Ah, yeah, seems to be working.
Yeah, I can hear myself honestly.
Ah, wonderful. Okay, so quality check done. It's not so easy if you do a live video all the time, especially with like multiple instances of your streaming platforms and all of that stuff. But yeah, super happy to have you here. So today, yeah, we will announce the winners of the game jam basically. And I think we also should really appreciate all the others. It's not like we have 3 good games and the rest kind of suck. Like pretty much all games are really cool. Like just the fact that you built a freaking VR game in 72 hours is insane already. Super, super, super cool. And yeah, that's something I want you to think about. And maybe Justin and Khaled do also have some words because I mean, like we all organize it together. So yeah, the stage is yours.
Yeah, there was some like surprisingly fun games for like what y'all ended up making in 72 hours. Like a lot of the, I could totally see being able to make into a more complete game that you release on at least itch side quests, and if not Steam. Like some of these games were actually like really good, really fine tuned. So yeah, congrats. And even if you just got a submission in there, like you did more than 90% of the people out there, so props to you too.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's awesome you guys built in 72 hours. And I think the event really showed that our community is kind of productive, and being productive is the key to create stuff. So keep creating. It was an awesome weekend, and I think we get to know each other better as well, which is this whole thing is about. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really looking forward to do more amazing events with you guys and then
Uh-oh, we lost Dinesh.
Max, I've
Oh
never
god.
seen this test screen actually. Let's see. I'm sure he's back in a second.
Oh no.
Uh, wait, but is the stream
Have
also
a
on there?
pretty colors. There we go.
I swear
Did your
after
camera
this
die?
after this stream I will buy a new camera. I had the same yesterday when I was recording some VR footage, like the last 20% or so is just like this colors and my camera kind of exploded.
Hmm.
It's charging, everything is fine, but it just goes off. Give me a second.
But is the YouTube still live? Do we have to entertain people or?
That stuff happens when you do live video. Well, never mind. It also happens if you do offline video, so it happened to me yesterday.
Yeah. You just don't
Does
see it if it's offline. That's
That's even worse, exactly. So yeah, I would say we do want to appreciate all of your games. So it's 40 in total, like this exactly, 40 in total, and we came up with the idea to just like give a few words to each of the games. We will just circulate so it doesn't take like all of your time. And I know you guys really want to see the winners, but we have to be like a media production show here, so to keep the tension up. And maybe that kind of works. Let's see. So, what is the best way to do it? Let me see. I think I'm just gonna share my screen, and then that should be the best way. Let me see. A window. And here we have our submissions. Let me just check how it looks in the stream. But I think it should be.
Yeah, it was stuff. Thanks. Yep. Oh shit. This camera went bye bye again.
Oh no.
It looks good in the stream. If you can still hear us, yeah.
Oh gosh. We're gonna have to postpone the stream.
Oh, oh, he's back. Now it's a laptop camera. Okay.
Can't hear you anymore. Oh, he's doing
Yeah,
his.
yeah. Now
This is your third backup.
he's prepared. Yeah, I can't hear in the stream. I think you have to change to the new microphone in OBS.
Shitty microphone now. Okay, now the stream, yeah, can hear me clearly now, even though the sound is kind of bad now, but never mind. And I will now again share the screen with the submissions. Cool.
Yeah. I can start if you want.
Okay, give me a second. And let me just match it. There we go. The stream looks wonderful. And yeah, Hal can get started.
So the game, The Wizard's Apprentice, had a really nice mechanic. If I remember correctly, you were a wizard's apprentice and had to go through your last exam. It had a pattern matching algorithm that worked quite good. Not
30
perfect,
seconds
but
for each
quite
game.
good. And I really liked that because pattern recognition was something I want to do in VR like forever. And now I've seen that it's actually possible. So yeah, thank you for your submission. I really like the mechanic.
All right.
The idea.
I will go next. Opposite strike. Yeah, I really appreciated the. I tried to keep it super short. I appreciated the mechanic where you can throw something and then do this kind of thing and everything explodes. Super cool. Everything worked fine. I think like one thing is that you also mentioned in your game as well, like how much it would improve if there would be some sound effects, because that stuff makes a lot, especially in VR. But otherwise, really cool game, cool mechanic, and the theme was also in consideration there. Okay, Justin.
Life or Death. This one was actually really good. The interactions were all nice and clean. The climbing mechanic was fun. And the concept was actually really cool, being able to swap back and forth between the different colors and walking around and picking up things. I didn't find an ending. I'm not sure if there was like an ending put in, or maybe I just missed the fire. But I thought it was really cool. I think it also got ranked really high in our community rankings as well.
All right, Inverse, Khaled.
Inverse was a very well crafted level with low poly assets. You had to use like inverse thinking, for example, using water to create a fire or destroying a bridge or fixing a bridge by destroying it and stuff like this. It was fun and a very well crafted short experience. I appreciated it.
All right. Oh, it's Justin gone. More problems.
What is going on today?
Let's go. Let's just move on. Okay, Blood sucked. Only tested on original Quest standalone. Okay, yeah, we had some issues with this game. I think the mechanic quite didn't work out so well. I was standing on this platform and these things are coming, but I couldn't really kill them. But yeah, generally not too bad. But again, like I think I don't know. Maybe I just missed the mechanic somehow. But we only had like 5 minutes for the stream. Okay, I will just take Justin's part and then you can move on, Khaled, again. So we
Okay.
just get all of the games quite fast. Now you guys don't have to wait so long. Yeah, Dark Light Death. Pretty cool. Like, I mean, we were really like, wow, crazy. This looks like a super polished game. and the everything worked together quite fine. Like the mechanic, it worked, and you had a great usage of the assets. Like that was mostly a asset that you could just buy on the store and then implement, but all the other parts were also like nicely done. So the music was working, the teleportation, all that stuff, and there was some game mechanics as well. So pretty nice experience overall. And you go next one.
So Fire VR had a really nice dice mechanic. It was well crafted, but it could use some new action. But this is the foundation for a full-blown game. So I encourage you to practice, like to pour this into a new project after the jam, and then make a full game out of it. I'm sure it will be successful.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Lantern of Inversion. That was a game I had like on my mind for quite some time. Really cool mechanic. Like I really liked it. The throwing the ball. And I think it would also place much higher on the list, but it was super. I mean, you saw the stream. It was quite buggy, like the collisions. That sometimes I was just like flying around. I was falling through the floor, and Khaled was also like kind of like not be able to pass it. So I would highly recommend you just to take this mechanic and make something cool with it that is more polished and less collision errors, I would say. But yeah, really nice. I liked it a lot, and this one as well. But you go.
Here. Uh, the I Hate Heroes game was very well crafted. It had some mechanics like having a shield, being able to like shoot some kind of boomerang shield kind of thing, and you had a sword. Um, I like the fighting mechanics a lot, and it used a low poly asset pack, which was also used very good, and the level was nice. In my opinion, a very good game,
Yeah,
but it
absolutely.
didn't match the theme so much. You just had to imagine that you're a villain and
Yeah.
that those low poly characters are heroes, and you actually hate heroes, and that's it. So didn't match the theme too much, but the mechanics and everything else was well crafted. So thank you. I had fun playing.
Yeah. Yeah, Reflections, which also won the community prize. Like, I mean, what else should I say there? Super polished, really cool puzzle game, just like amazing job. And I really enjoyed it. And yeah, full blown tutorial, everything that you need. I think 6 or 7 levels, and yeah, really nice job. Also, same for the next two games actually. One of the higher rankings from us.
Yeah, definitely. Like Opposite's Gun, when I remember correctly, was built with Godot engine. I have no experience in Godot, but I imagine that it doesn't have all the helping toolkits that Unity has so far. So if you coded everything yourself, I am amazed. And it was a mix between Portal and a puzzle game.
Yeah.
And yeah, well crafted. It was very well crafted, and I had a lot of fun. So thank you as well.
All right, Magnaball. Oh, I'm glad that I can talk about it. I think this is one. This was maybe like one of the most fun games. I really liked it. Super cool. Like the mechanic, everything was so nice and polished. And I'm definitely gonna play it again. And I want to beat all levels. So amazing job. It did not really match the theme too much, in my personal opinion. I mean, like maybe just correct me if I'm wrong. You guys in the chat as well. You have played it too. Um, so I think like there should be maybe like more flow of like the opposites kind of thing. Like of course like you have like a big ball and a small ball and like a push kind of pull thing, but I think some other games match the theme more, but still, nevertheless, it was an incredible game. I really liked it, and this is a game that you can literally put on the Quest store, like some others as well. Like that's not the only one, but like one of the games I really enjoyed playing. And Tower Attack.
Counter Attack, if I remember correctly, was the first time I was the minion in a tower defense game. So the
Mm,
name already says it. It's the opposite of tower defense, so a tower attack. And it was a very nice idea, and also well executed, but it was too hard to be fun. So I really made it up the hill by cheating or going behind the hill or anything. So yeah, maybe it needs a little bit more balancing. but very
Yeah.
nice idea. I like it. Yeah.
Opposites. Yeah, we had some. I'm sorry for that. We had some trouble with this game initially because our frame rate dropped kind of hard. Actually, like I had to, my PC maybe was dying from streaming and playing VR at the same time. I don't know exactly, but afterwards it was yeah, really cool. Like it was like a climbing game. A bit too hard for me because I kind of a sucker for these climbing games. So the wall always killed me after 5 seconds. But I think if we get some practice, that could be a really nice game. Literally matching the theme because it is the title of the game and it's kind of opposite as well. So very nice. Next one.
Next one was the fantasy post simulator. You found yourself in a fantasy world where you're in a post office, kind of intercepting letters between a loving couple that wants to run away together. And it had some nice small mechanics, for example, where you could seal a letter with wax. I like this one. And yeah, I have been playing it. Well done.
Okay. So, Patronize. I think this one didn't work. We tried it 2 times, but it was always black in the quest. So that was a yeah quest build, but it always was black. We tried to yeah contact the developer, but it didn't work. So we could not. I think that was the only game we could not try out. I think. So next, opposite gravity. Let me actually do it because I skipped this one.
Okay.
Opposite Gravity, yeah, I think that was also like a nice game. I think it was also higher in the community ratings as far as I know. Yeah, not too bad. And something that just worked fine. Like, I mean, the gameplay was working good. The theme was matched well. I don't know if other people got motion sick. I mean, generally I'm good with motion sickness and I didn't get any of in this one, but like moving up and down against your force is a challenging thing in VR, but otherwise it was yeah, it was working, which is pretty cool and not so obvious for game jam games. And you go.
Toddler Simulator was the first game we played on stream, I think.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I was like, oh, wow, a huge baby. That's some fun use of the opposite's theme. But then in the end, I didn't know what to do exactly, cleaning up the room. And yeah, in the end, like, nice idea. Next time, maybe we need some instructions or
How to
like
use it.
some further explanation. What is the winning factor in this game?
Mm-hmm. Okay, opposites Kirby's Great Escape. Yeah, really cool. Really interesting idea with the left and right eye. The theme was matched. It was like a puzzle-ish kind of game, and I really enjoyed the music. Like that was so cool. That was like making the game really, yeah, much more enjoyable. Because the music was like super good mood and all of that stuff. Nice mechanic. For some reason, it didn't work on the stream. Like when I closed my left eye or something like this, it was all black and the other eye worked. I mean, that doesn't say anything about the game itself because I still could play it in VR. But yeah, I still didn't get exactly how to solve it. I think Khaled solved it in the end somehow, but still like nice idea. And the next one, Mimic.
Yeah, I think the solution was that this cat kind of had a noodle neck in the end and
Yeah.
gave you an elevator in the next room. Yeah, and free entry fare was, if I remember correctly, crafted in Unreal Engine, and it was well done. The idea was that you play fair games, but you get minus points instead.
No. You're talking about free entry fare.
Yeah.
You skip Mimic, or let me just go with it and then we move on.
Sorry.
Mimic. So that was yeah also one of my favorite games. I really liked it. I mean, I if you get my impressions on the stream, then you could see my reaction. Like it was super well polished, and the gameplay was amazing. The music was really nice. Like every game that had music already like bumped up, and sound effects even more. Like the amount of polish makes the game really cool. Like a simple mechanic, like we said in the early part of the before the jam started, have a simple mechanic and just polish this kind of small thing really well. And that was like perfectly executed in this game. I really enjoyed it. And next one. Now it's your turn with free entry fare.
Yeah. free entry fair. Like I said, I think it was made in Unreal Engine. Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
and the idea was that you're on a fair playing games, typical fair games like popping a balloon, and the fair games were switched around. So instead of poking balloons that dart,
Oh, by the way, you don't have to explain all games because then we take super long.
yeah, but you said I have 30 seconds, right? So instead of throwing darts, you throw a balloon with the dart and you get minus points. I like it a little bit that sounds and mini games and everything. So well done.
Awesome. Color Smash. Super interesting idea. I really liked it. I could not win it somehow, like when you have the opposite colors. Fortunately, you had like a color wheel there that helped me to understand which color it's supposed to be there. But when I threw it, it somehow didn't work. So maybe I'm gonna try it again. But generally, I like the idea. And yeah, pretty interesting and cool mechanic. I don't know how you came up with the idea, but very nice. And next one.
The
Beat
next one was
Sager.
Beat Saber, yeah. It was a Beat Saber, but with vegetables. And that's actually all I can say. I'm not really sure how this person intended to match the theme. In the end, it was a working game, and we had some fun slicing fruits and vegetables. So thank you for your submission.
Hmm. Future versus past, champion defeater. Yeah, I like the physics mechanics. Was kind of fun. And I really like the I don't know, maybe it was a design decision, the oversized gun. Like the gun was as tall as me actually. And yeah, otherwise I don't know if it at any sense matched the theme, to be honest. I don't see it anymore right now. Maybe the title, but I don't know what the game had to do with future versus past. But again, you can just explain me in the chat if you want to. So next one.
Next game was Wizard versus Robot, also crafted in Dot. It's an interesting mechanic where you actually fly in your room, like in Harry Potter, and by going forward and backwards and left and right, you could kind of steer, but it was very heavy on motion sickness.
Oh yeah.
Everything was turning and but yeah, in the end, I managed to shoot at the boss and defeat it, so it was a playable game, and
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea. Thanks.
Parasite. So, yeah, the idea was to clean up your office and stuff like this. I think Khaled played it more than I did. I initially didn't understand it, and I was not sure what was the theme about it. But generally, super cool that you use the render texture, kind of like the iPad feeling. I think this is, I don't know why, but I really like the having like screens and iPads and cameras in VR. It kind of makes you feel more immersed in the experience. So, and it worked out fine. So, good job there. And the next one, Keeper of the Sacred Flame.
Yeah, Keep Off the Sacred Flame coming from a design agency. Really like the artistic style.
Yeah.
It was kind of the Greek theater. You're orchestrating like gods playing with the fire, everything. Yeah, well crafted. I liked
Yeah,
it. It was a nice theater play.
absolutely. Also, super unique and not so obvious, basically. Okay, the next one, Train Your Brain. Yeah, I really enjoyed this game. Super cool, super fun. I really like the mechanic and the tutorial also. Yeah, the one thing maybe like one or two small tweaks could also like improve the game a lot. Like one thing that was kind of a little bit annoying that the hands were changing at random. Maybe there would, if there would be like a system how and when they change and that the player knows, would be making it better. And I mean, like obvious thing that goes for all game jam games, like a little bit of polishing would make it also like really leveling it up basically. Like these small things, like when you cut it, when you win, you get like a win sound, all of these small things. But in general, I think mechanic worked super well. The game was working, which is amazing, and it was fun, which is also not too easy in 72 hours.
So
Yeah, speaking of
next
fun, the next one.
The next one is Froggy Wars. I think it's the perfect example how sticking to a simple mechanic
Yeah,
and make it a whole game from beginning to end just gets you very far because we all had a lot of fun playing it. And yeah, in match theme, it was simple to understand and had a tutorial, start and end, high score. So yeah, very well done.
Absolutely. Opposites Arena. Oh, I think this is the game that didn't work in our case. Like we could not start it. Maybe I mean maybe it's not you, it's us. I think we tried to start it by shooting all the targets all the time, but if I see the screenshots, there are supposed to be some enemies there, but it somehow didn't work. But maybe we'll try it again. And yeah, but still, thank you for the submission, and the mechanic worked out also quite well. Next one, Atomic Orbital VR.
Atomic Orbital, yeah. It was like a 360 shooter where atoms were flying at you,
Ah,
and
yeah,
you had to. I think your hands were like the opposite
exactly.
atoms, and
You
you
have to get
could
the
like
opposite color.
exactly. So it could need a little bit more polishing, but in the end, it was a nice idea, and I could play the game. Well done, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Next one, Spirit Walker. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. Also, the it was like kind of polished, much more than many other games, and it was also a game that worked. So you could like shoot them and then they go to the other world. Like the switching mechanic was quite nice as well. Maybe if there would be like like a tiny twist to make it a bit more interesting would be making a lot of difference, because basically it was like you run around, shoot them, you switch to the other world, you shoot them again. So if there would be like some creative thing, I think that would like make it a lot more interesting as well. But otherwise, like super cool, well polished, nice effects, all of that stuff worked out, and that is the most important part in any game jam. Next one.
Kind of similar for the next one, the Crash Plaza. You just had a huge gun that throws
That was so.
grenades, and
Yeah.
it uses physics like explosion force, and you just have to shoot all the trash from the platform. So it was kind of a,
Explosions.
finally I can switch off my brain and blast some stuff.
Yeah. Next one, Colorware. Yeah, this one was a really interesting game. Um, I really liked it. I think it was a bit too simple. Like maybe you can only change the color from the platforms 2 or 3 times, and then you have to think which one are you going to change, because if you can change every plate all the time, it's going to be extremely easy, because you just jump, change, jump, change, jump, change. But otherwise, like the base mechanic and the base idea, and that you cannot jump on one thing 2 times, everything was super nice with that. I think like these small tweaks to gamify it a little bit more would be making it to a whole new level, because otherwise it was like extremely easy to beat any kind of level. But again, like I really enjoyed playing this. I think that was maybe the second or third game we played. Yeah,
Then the next one,
Intruders.
Intruders, yeah. It was kind of a tower defense where you had to use the opposite elements to shoot enemies that were, for example, enemies that were burning. You had to shoot with a fire tower and stuff like this.
Tower.
With a water tower, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was a simple, small game. I liked it. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, Memory Card VR. Yeah, now I remember, with the one with the huge plates and eggs and with the tiny head. That was so cool. Yeah, I think the idea was, what was it again? You have to get the opposite. Yeah, exactly. You have to get the opposite, but you play memory. And yeah, it worked out fine. I think I was stuck on the floor. I think a couple of games had this problem where you were stuck on the floor. But otherwise, like everything worked out fine. So good job. Thank you. Inverse reaction.
Inverse reaction, yeah, I was looking forward to this game a lot, but in the end, I couldn't make the mechanic work. I knew what I had to do, like taking stuff from the table and putting it in the machine to mix up some potions, and then combining coffee and coffee to fire and stuff like this. But I just couldn't make it work. So unfortunately, I can't say much about it.
Yeah. Okay, next one. I will just take one of these because we have two submissions of these. Best awkwards. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think you can see my comments on when I play the game live on the stream, that I think it was super cool. The mechanic was nice, similar to the Colorware game. I think it was Not a little bit similar. Like it was, has to be some gamify kind of thing. Like I told you in the stream already, that if there would be like a timer or like a competition or something that you have to do, like not just like sorting them all the time, which would make the game much more interesting. But otherwise, like the introduction, the environment, the mechanics, the gameplay, the playability, everything was like really cool and was working, which is again super important and not obvious in game jams. And yeah, I think the last small things are like having this kind of like more like game cycle kind of thing that would make the game extremely interesting and even better like having a multiplayer. I know that's very hard for a game jam, but in general, if you build upon this game, which I think you can do, especially with this one, is having a multiplayer element and you have like two people playing each other would be extremely cool. And the last one, Sound of Silence.
I actually
Oh,
don't
that's an
remember.
interesting description. So since my day is pretty much ruined by Unity's incompetence.
So,
Yeah, I know, and many developers feel this way, I guess. Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
as soon as you got a working version, send it over so we can play it.
Yeah, no worries.
And thank you for participating.
Absolutely. Thank you all for participating. And now I think we should go to the winners. What do you say, Khalid? I think you guys have been waiting long enough. I won't let you wait any longer. Just close it. And yeah, Justin, maybe you had also some problems right now, like live streams has to be. So number three, that was really hard. Like I mean, we can be honest here. We are like a nice little community, but finding the third place was the hardest actually, because there are so many potential third places. It was really hard to be honest, but yeah, I hope my amazing transition here works out fine. We just
Yeah, we had like 5 or 6 games competing for the third place.
yeah,
Because they
exactly.
were all like equally good. We had to make decisions. So
Yeah, it was really not easy. So again, like just the thing that we have in consideration, especially for the finals, is like the key differentiation on the finalists, from my personal opinion now, was like how well the theme was matched because there were great games, amazing games that did not really match the theme. So and that was unfair to the people who matched the theme. So that was really important for the last part. And like the playability, is it like a round complete kind of thing? Like it can be super amazing and complex and deep and all of that stuff. But if it was like less working than something small and basic, for example, then the small basic game that worked was higher in our rating. So not to say that the complex ones are worse than the other ones, but again, for the like that's mostly how game jams work. If it's like a small completed thing that is polished with nice effects and all of that stuff, then it just gets a higher rating than like super complex things basically. Any last words, Khaled, before we move on with the third
no,
place?
let's
Awesome.
go.
Then
Um, yes, yes. Yeah, we can see. Congratulations on the third place. Yeah, I really enjoyed Froggy Wars. It was my number 4, and Magnetar was my number 3. But in the end, we decided to it because, like Dinesh already said, it's a complete game. It's working. You have a very small tutorial, and it's simple, going from A to B. It's sound. It had a nice mechanic. And yeah, just well executed. Congratulations again.
Then I say, oh, nice transition over here. Slowly, we are figuring it out, guys. So that is the third place. Let's go to the second one. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It matched the theme perfectly. It was a full-blown puzzle game with more than 3 levels, I think. It had a beginning and an end, and it was so well polished. It was simple but polished, so it's everything you want in one small experience. So perfect.
Screen again. There we go. So now the first place. Let me get some. Let me be straight here. I think most of you guys know it already. I assume. Maybe not. But so the first place is going to go to even a custom.
One second, I think Asha said they can hear you. Like, I can hear you in the chat perfectly.
Okay, now you guys can hear me again, right? I think I messed up something on the. God damn it. Then let me just get a 10 seconds review on this one. Yeah.
We can hear you again in the stream.
That's so stupid from me. Let me just see if I can copy it. Okay. Yeah, now you guys should be able to hear me. Super sorry for that. We are learning. Slowly, we are learning. Um, yeah, just a quick check if you can hear me now as well. That would be great. But they were hearing Khaled, so that's okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I can hear you.
Wonderful. Yeah, but also in the stream?
Yeah, in streaming.
Okay. So, just a quick 10-second recap because I don't want to waste your time even more. Third place goes to Froggy Wars, which is a game we really enjoyed. It was a complete small game that just worked and polished. It matched the theme, and it was a lot of fun. Like, I think this was maybe one of the higher rankings on the fun part as well. It was super basic. I mean, that's you can be honest here. Was more basic than some other games, but being basic is not really being bad, especially in games. So it was a well polished kind of thing. So congrats.
One thing, like we see Froggy Wars scene in the stream, right?
Yeah, exactly. But you guys can hear me as well, right?
Yeah.
So now a few words on the second again. Yeah, which again you could hear from my reactions. I really enjoyed this game. It was crazy good, super cool. Please do a few more levels and put it on the Oculus Store. I will push it even because I really enjoyed it a lot. Well polished, great mechanic. Like there's nothing I could add on this one. And you also, I think they could hear you, so you don't have to repeat yourself.
Yeah, that's
And the first one, yes, congratulations again. Rock Imaginations with Reflections. I think you guys maybe saw it coming because this game was like extremely good. Because it could be literally something that you can download from the store and just play. And extremely fun. Also, the basic it worked. I mean, there were freaking 6 or 7 levels also, and not like even super stupid ones, like the really well thought levels. And I really like the minimalistic style as well. That kind of like showed how good you can be with basic stuff in jams or in general, I would say. I mean, of course, the mechanics are complicated, but really what made this game stand out was the fun, the playability, the polish. It was not buggy at all or something like this. We find a CD bug, by the way, with the level selection, I think. But like even having a menu, a tutorial, a video, like this whole thing was so much fun. But again, like pretty much all of the games were a lot of fun to play. So I'm super happy that we have built this crazy, crazy cool game jam here. Let me go back to the screen. And there we are. Yes, wonderful. I really would like to hear your thoughts on hopefully we did well with the rating. Otherwise, just let us know who do you think deserve to get first, second, or third as well. But again, I think most of you guys did really, really well.
like again, I couldn't agree more with Dinesh's opinion on the #1 game from Warped Imagination. It was just so well executed that it stood out. Yeah, well done. We are happy to have a chat with you later this
really
week
cool.
and get to know you better. Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah, I think we will stick in the chat a little bit. So let's all just chat on YouTube. Yeah, applause for all of you guys. Ah, so cool. I'm so happy that we had just had this amazing jam. Let me just open up the page one more time so you guys can see it because it's just so, so cool. Submissions, there we go. And over here, let me answer some of the questions live maybe that we had because I got a couple questions from you guys already.
yeah.
1 second. So someone is asking any planned dates for future jams. I don't know when we will do the next like community jam. Maybe we do it in a 6-month cycle or a 12-month cycle, I guess. I mean, if the demand is really high and you guys are super dedicated, we can even do something like 4-month cycle. That's something that we'll just see how we do it basically based on many things. Like these things just cost quite some time and stuff like this. But in general, I would say you can definitely get one next year. One thing out of curiosity, especially in the chat right now, we have a couple of people here. I would be super interested if you guys also want to do AR jams and games. Because I want to do one for AR as well. Because my idea or our philosophy and our channel, our platform, everything is AR, VR related. So let us know if you would like to have AR as well, or if you only want VR. I don't know. But yeah, one next year, absolutely. Totally deserving. That's good to hear. I would love to participate in a future jam. Absolutely, we will do that. Hello, I'm Neo here. Yeah, hello, Neo person. Nice to have you. Uh, Reflections was just a masterpiece. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Uh, Cool.
It was in 8 hours. That was some well spent 8 hours.
Oh, 8 hours. That is now even more happy that he got third. What? Crazy. That is really cool. That makes it even better. Yeah, nice job. Really nice job. Froggy Wars was well polished. And the reload yeah, the reload mechanic. One small tip, maybe it was too low. Maybe I guess, from my personal opinion. But otherwise, it was pretty nice. Cool. Yeah. Otherwise, I would say I'm really looking forward to some future jams. We are definitely gonna push this more and more and more. One last thing. We have 15 people now in the chat live and 120 people in total on the playbacks, I guess. We would highly appreciate if you can give us some feedback on how we did on this jam. I will put a form below. The form takes literally 2 minutes or less, so there's no time commitment for you guys. And literally in the end, it just helps us to make better events for you. So we would really appreciate if you can get us a nice feedback on how we did, what we did well, what we did not so well, what we can do better for future jams. For example, I think that would be pretty cool. Meeting in VR in future, having some, like if we do it a VR jam, we can have some VR sessions. I don't know. Crazy ideas. Let us know what you guys want. And I will put it in the comments below a few minutes from now, but I will also put it in Discord, or it is in Discord already. So please give it a quick love. And yeah, it was amazing. Looking forward to many more to come. Wonderful. You guys are cool. Highly appreciate it.
Yeah.
Ah,
There was one more question, like thoughts on Godot. I wrote the answer already. Like we haven't touched VR in Godot or Godot in general yet. We know it exists and that it's kind of having a hype or deserved hype right now. And as soon as we start playing around with it, we can get back at you with an answer to that question. But right now, we would have to lie.
Okay. Cool. Any last words, Khaled? Otherwise, we can close this off. Our first game jam. Super happy to have you guys. We have yeah. How many participants? Like 190 or so, which is cool.
Yes. My last words. Thank you so much, everybody, for participating, for showing up in the Discord, for submitting a game, for putting your free time in it, for sacrificing 72 hours, more or less. And yeah, just being part of this community. I know everybody says this, but without you, that wouldn't be possible. So keep up being awesome. And thank you.
Wonderful. And for any future chats, you always can talk to us in the Discord or on the YouTube channel. By the way, I have a lot of stuff planned on YouTube now. I'm literally editing a video right now. I'm not in this very moment, but right after the call, I will finish the editing. So there's a lot of stuff on this YouTube channel going on. Would love to see you for more content here as well. And if you have any ideas on content we should do, just let us know in Discord and in the YouTube comments. And yeah, with that, I would officially end this jam now. Yeah, and that's it basically. Thank you so much.
Discord link real quick, so anybody not knowing it can join.
Awesome. Subscribed. Thank you. And yeah, with that, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.